What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 5 insured weapons that you should be going into DMZ with. These are going to be the best possible options. Of course, I'll be sharing with you guys the attachments for each of these, as well as the tuning, and I will make sure to go through these as quickly as possible. First up, we have the M4. The muzzle is going to be the Errl 80, the barrel, the high tower 20-inch, for the laser, the Schlager Peck Box 4, for the magazine, the 60-round mag, and then for the underbarrel, the Commando foregrip. Now, not all the attachments have tuning, but let's go ahead and get into those as well. For the Commando foregrip, we have 0.55 towards recoil stabilization, and aiming idle stability is going to be 0.30. Over here for the Errl muzzle, we're going to have 0.65 for the recoil smoothness and minus 0.55 towards aiming idle stability. For the high tower barrel, we're going to have 0.30 toward recoil steadiness and then minus 0.15 toward aim down sight speed. Next up, we have the TAC 56. The attachments are as follows. For the muzzle, we have the Errl 80. For the barrel, the 17.5-inch Tundra Pro barrel. For the laser, we have the Schlager Peck Box 4. For the magazine, the 60-round mag, and the underbarrel, the Commando foregrip. Now, the tuning is as follows. For the Commando foregrip, we have 0.45 towards recoil stabilization and 0.20 towards aiming idle stability. For our Errl 80 muzzle, we have 1.05 towards recoil smoothness and minus 0.50 towards aiming idle stability. And then for the barrel, we have 0.40 towards recoil steadiness and minus 0.15 toward aiming down sight speed. All right, next up, we have the KASTOV 762, and our attachments are as follows. For the muzzle, we have the Polar Fire S. For the barrel, the KAST 10 584mm barrel. For the rear grip, we have the Demo X2 grip, the magazine, the 40-round mag, and the underbarrel, that Commando foregrip. And for this guy, we have as follows. For the tuning, for our muzzle, we have 0.95 towards recoil smoothness and minus 0.50 towards aiming idle stability. For our barrel, we have 0.35 towards recoil steadiness and minus 0.20 toward aim down sight speed. For the Commando foregrip, we have 0.65 towards recoil stabilization and 0.30 towards aiming idle stability. And then for our final attachment, our tuning is 0.80 towards recoil steadiness, which is our rear grip, of course, and then 0.35 towards our aiming idle stability. All right, next up, we have the M13B muzzle. We have the Errl 80, the barrel, the 14-inch Bruin Echelon, the rear grip, the Bruin Flash grip, the magazine, the 60-round mag, and the underbarrel, the Commando foregrip. Now, for this guy, the tuning is as follows. For the rear grip, our tuning is 0.70 recoil steadiness and 0.30 towards aiming idle stability. For our Commando foregrip, we have 0.60 towards recoil stabilization and 0.30 toward aiming idle stability. For our muzzle, we have 0.90 towards recoil smoothness and minus 0.40 toward aiming idle stability. And then for our barrel, we have 0.40 toward recoil steadiness and minus 0.30 toward aiming down sight speed. Alrighty, for our last weapon, we have the RPK, the only LMG in this top 5. Muzzle, we have the Polar Fire S. Underbarrel, the FTAC Ripper 5.6. The ammunition, 7.62 high velocity. For the rear grip, the True Tac grip, and the optic, the SZ SRO 7. And for these guys, we have the following tuning. For the muzzle, the Polar Fire S, we have 1.20 towards recoil smoothness, minus 45 towards aiming idle stability. For our underbarrel, for the FTAC Ripper, we have 0.30 towards recoil stabilization and 0.15 toward aiming idle stability. For our high velocity rounds, we have 0.55 towards recoil smoothness and 1.74 in the negative toward recoil steadiness. For our rear grip, we have 0.70 toward recoil steadiness and 0.30 toward aiming idle stability. And then for our optic, the final attachment, we have negative 1.45 toward aim down sight speed and minus 225 or all the way towards far. So that's going to be the top 5 weapons you should be diving into DMZ with in order to have the best possible weapons going in. That way you're not wasting your insured slot on something that just might not be up to par. Now you're probably wondering why most of these are assault rifles. They're just really the best options going in. With the LMGs being so slow in the way they are, the real only viable option will be the RPK. Obviously, you have to remember slow ADS speeds aren't really as important in this mode, but slow reloads and just how you move around can be really impactful, especially with all the bots that are running around trying to beam you at any given moment. But that's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support on the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.